Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Reddit Cheating Stories. My name is Shada Baba. And today I'm going to share a story of a person whose name is Noah. But before moving towards the story, I would like to ask you guys to please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and press the bell. I can put the latest updates. So Noah says that I was 26 years old. We lived in New York. I worked in a cafe and I was a waiter there. I also had a wife, Ellie. She was very beautiful and a very nice person. I liked her very much. We got married a year ago. We were in a relationship for like 2 years and we are mad at each other. Our love bond is very strong and I'm sure that Ellie will always stand by my side, and she also loved me very much. My father was a very rich man, but I fought with him, due to which I did not live with him and I used to accept any help from him. He cheated on my mother, and my mother committed suicide. So I didn't expect any kind of hold from him. But now he is guilty and wants to help me out. He wants to be a father. But I don't know that if I need him or not, because I don't like his behavior. He killed my mother because of him. My mother has committed suicide and this is not a small thing to me, but Ellie used to tell me that our situation is very bad, and you should talk to your father. He used to call me and try to convince me. And he said, "Why do you live in a dirty flat when your father has such a big house?" My wife used to tell me that we should leave. She said, "I'm sorry for your mother. But if they didn't get along and they left, what's wrong with that? When people don't live with each other, they leave each other one day. Your father is a handsome guy and he has a house, he has money, he has youth. So maybe what he has done at that time is right for him. And he was not thinking that your mother will get so emotional and commit suicide. I mean, it's unpredictable, right?" I angrily said to my wife that if my situation continues to be bad, will you also leave me? She said, "Of course, I'm not gonna leave you, but I'm trying to explain it to you. Love is different for different people. We are in a bad situation in our life. Things are not going well and we are struggling. Earning money is very difficult. If we go to your father's house, we will not have to pay rent. Your father has a car and a house. Our transportation money will also be saved. You will do your work. We will collect as much money as we can buy our own house. Then we will leave your father's house. We are not going to stay there forever, right?" I said to my wife that this means you are also talking about advantage. You want to take advantage of my dad's condition. He said he's your dad, not mine. Of course, I am thinking about her advantage. I also said to her that this is not going to happen in this life. So please stop convincing me to stop wasting your time on such conversation. But our situation suddenly became very bad. We did not have enough money to eat good food and we used to eat half a sandwich at night. So my wife used to say such things to me, but I used to tell her that I will not go to my father's house. But one day my wife's condition became very bad. I don't know what she had eaten, but she was having a lot of pain in her stomach. She was vomiting after a while. She started vomiting blood. I was very worried. My mind has told me that something is wrong and I have to take her to the hospital as soon as possible because this is not normal. She was, taken to the doctor. The doctor immediately checked her and he said that she had eaten something very nasty, which caused a very bad infection in her stomach and she needed to be treated immediately. You have to deposit $3,000 at the counter for her treatment. I said, "Okay, you guys please start the treatment and I will be back with the money." I was surprised to hear that I have to deposit $3,000 to start the treatment. I did not have that much money. I was completely broke. I do not have such money. There was only $20 in my pocket and I only had a wedding ring to sell, but that was not worth $3,000. I didn't understand what to do. If not, then the treatment will be stopped because they also saw that I don't have money. I don't have any option. And as a last resort, I had to call my father and I told him everything. He was also shocked to hear it, and he said, "I'm on my way to the hospital, does not take any kind of attention. I am here for you, son." Later, I got to know that this hospital also belonged to my father. Those people were surprised to see my dad. He said that my son came here and you people are asking for money from my son. They immediately started walking here and there as I'm some celebrity or something, you know. And they said, "Excuse us, sir, we didn't know." He didn't tell us. I said that the girl who came, as in my daughter-in-law, treat her very well. Did it immediately. After 3 or 4 hours, Ellie regained consciousness. She was fine. I said, "What did you eat?" She said, "I was very hungry. When I was walking down the street, I picked up a half leftover burger from the garbage can and ate it." My father looked at me in surprise and said to me that your situation is so bad and you are sitting stubbornly, but now I will not listen to anything. You have to go with me to my house. And after that, Ellie, that I did not want her to do anything like that again. So I saw her in such a bad state that I thought that I was going to lose her. After Ellie was discharged from the hospital, we went straight to my father's house. He has a really big house. We hadn't seen, you know, that kind of a house in a very long time. He gave us a portion to stay and said, "Rest easy here and there is no trouble about anything, whatever you want will be found here." Ali was very happy. I asked her, "Why did you do such a thing? Why do you pick up a dirty burger from garbage? You know what? Don't you realize that was not right to eat?" He said, "I was very hungry. I was starving. My stomach was hurting from hunger." I hugged her and said, "My dear Ali, you are the love of my life. You give meaning to my life. You are my everything. What I'm doing is just for you. If I earn a single penny, it is just for your comfort, not for mine. I can't imagine that you have to do it again someday." You know, I was down. I told her that of course, I have to sacrifice my ego. But now I will not put you in those days ever again because you are the most precious to me. If anything happens to you, what will I do? I said that we all will stay here, collect the money and then build our own house. But until then we will stay here. There's nothing wrong with it. She said, "Thank God. I told you that you have to understand my point. This is your father. Look, when we were in trouble, your father did help. What will you do without him? He's your family and family is, you know, it's meant to help each other." The next day, my father told me that I know that you are very independent. You will not live here for free and your self-respect is getting her. So you have to work at our office as an MD and you have to work well. There, it's your own office. I said, "Okay, I have no problem. You know, with that either." I told Ellie that I will work at my dad's office. She was very happy about it. Now, I lived in the same house and I used to work in the office all day. I came to know that my father has retired. And most of the time he stayed at home. When I come home, my wife said that your father is a very good person. I spent a good time with him. She said that they also gave me money to go shopping. "Let's go shopping." I said that I don't want to go, you can go with the driver. She said, "Okay." She left along with the driver and when she came back, she was very happy and carrying those huge shopping bags. She said I brought some nice things for myself. I was surprised to see her happy. She was never so happy with me. Maybe love alone is not enough to be happy in life. She needs facilities which I could never give her. And now she was getting all that here. So she was very happy. She had a beautiful smile on her face which I don't know when was the last time I saw. So I thought it was fine for us to just sitting here like this, you know. But then something started happening, which I didn't know about at all, but slowly started happening. And when I got to know the truth, I was shocked. One day when I came back home from the office, I found out that neither my wife nor my father were at home, that I found out that both of them had gone shopping. I had come home from the office and after 4 hours they came back. They were looking very happy together, laughing. And again, Ali had done a lot of shopping. I told her it was so late. The people said that they did not realize the time while shopping. When we came to the room, she started showing me the shopping. I said that you must be crazy for doing so much shopping. She said that since I got married, I haven't taken anything for myself. If he's doing shopping for me, then what is your problem? Dad is a very good man. I must say he's a gentleman. He was very polite to me and he said that whatever you want to buy, just buy it without hesitation. Then she showed me the address which I saw. I was surprised. I said, "What kind of dress this is? Are you going to wear it all out? It's like a see-through dress." Then he said, "Your father has taken it for me." I said, "Well, I took that dress and went to my father." I said, "How can you get such a dress for my wife?" Because that dress was quite hot and sexy. It was too much. He said that whatever she wants to buy, I get it for her as a choice, not mine. I came back to the room and I said to my wife that it has to be returned immediately. I can't let you wear. This dress will show your whole body. It will be very bad. People will see you, then they will start staring at you, and I can't let that happen. You are my wife and you are the only one for me. Not for someone else who said that I will not wear it outside. I had bought this dress to wear it in front of you. It was a black-colored dress and it was very hot. And my wife showed me a ring which was made of diamonds. I said, "What is this?" He said he took it for me himself. I said, "I know it's very expensive, but he was saying it's a wedding gift for you guys. Just look at it, so lovely." I said to my wife to return it immediately. You cannot afford such an expensive gift. But my wife said that if we leave your father and we ever have a bad time, we will sell this. You know how expensive it is. I said, "No, I do not want it." But Ellie called with me. He said that I will not return it. Now, I'm happy and you have a problem with my happiness ever since we got married. What have you bought for me? Nothing. I even wore a rented suit to my wedding to show respect to my friends. Still, you don't value me. I'm surprised that today, the way she was talking to me was something extra. I didn't talk to her for a week, but she didn't convince me either. Whereas earlier, if I were angry her, even for 5 minutes, she would immediately come and say sorry to me, then I went to her and said sorry. Then after that it became normal, my wife's behavior was changing. She was shopping all the time talking like this. Happy to say thanks, praising my Father and Lord. I didn't like it all. I felt something was wrong. We didn't have money before, but we were happy. We had money, but we didn't have time for each other. Now when I came home, she used to go shopping. I was very worried because my wife's attitude, she was looking at me. If I was the greatest imperfection in the world. One day, she even told me that you are enjoying my father's money. What did you have? You are nothing without your father. You have nothing. Your existence is a question mark. What is your life? What's the purpose of your life? I was very angry. I left the house but she didn't even call me. I came back after 4 hours. It was midnight when I didn't see both of them. I thought they were going shopping again. They were not at home, but this time the car was parked outside, means that they didn't go out. I started looking for these people in the house when I heard a strange kind of sound from my father's room. I tried to listen, he was not alone. I understand half of the story. I pushed the door hard and it opened and I was surprised to see the scene in front of me. My wife was wearing the same breast and was in my father's arms. I felt that today my heart has broken and come to my feet. I was very badly shocked. They said that there is nothing like that, but they had betrayed me. My father had given her everything in the world and she had gone into his arms, forgetting my love because I was a poor man. I went back from there and wandered the streets all night wondering what had happened to me. Maybe it was my fault that I had brought my wife here, should listen to her in the first place. She had been faithful to me as long as she was a poor woman. When she got everything, he cheated on me. And I'm surprised that my father also did not leave my wife. He did not think that this is my son's wife. He also took advantage of her. They were both the same. They were both taking advantage of each other. I couldn't live with my wife. I couldn't live with my father. So I went back to my world, but I was so sorry, it should not happen. I was not a bad person. I was a person who got self-respect. I was very possessive of my wife and I am hard-working person. Is it true that wealth is an effort and love has no value? If I had nothing, at least I had love to give to my wife, but she did not value my love. But in the end, she deserved the worst man on earth who killed his wife and then had an affair with his daughter-in-law.